What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Saturday night live stream. And we got a bunch of boxes to open up tonight. We're going to get right to that real soon. As soon as I post a link to this as a... Wait. Oh, no. I think I screwed up. Huh. I don't think I can fix it now. Oh, well. Alright, let me get a link to this live stream. Stella, what you want me to do? Stella, stop. Alright. Share. Copy link. You're going to have to stop that, Stella. We'll get right into opening these up. Who's here? Let me put it on live chat. I always forget to do that. Maybe I'll put it on live chat. Let me see. There, that's better. And where is the thing for live chat? Huh. I don't know what half of this stuff is anymore. It's changed. There we go. All messages visible. Yes. Hey, Miss Marilyn, how you doing? Good to see you here. K-Man, hello. Just wanted to say hi to everyone tonight at a concert. Can't stay and listen. Have a fun live stream. Well, have fun at the concert. Well, I gotta ask what concert you're at. You don't have to tell us, but I gotta ask. All right. Let me get this post done, and we'll just start ripping these open because why not? Select more photos. Okay, done. Select that one. I got more boxes than that. I put them all up on the table. Alright. Done. Well, done. Good deal. Alright. It's good to see Miss Marilyn here. Let's see who else is here. Wait, did K-Man say what concert? Looks like Multimagna might be here. I see a Hi John. Oh, yep, there he is. And we got... What's up, Eric's MRE Reviews and More. And Spicy Tutor Rolls. Alright. We'll save this one for last. It feels heavy, kind of, actually. And... let's get started. Okay. One at a time. One at a time. And my markers are gone. Oh, that's not good. Crap. Huh. Let me see if I can mark out this guy's address, because I don't know. Which, I mean, he was an eBay seller, so... I don't know, maybe I can just pull it off there real quick. Yeah, there we go. Good enough. All right. Timmy. Okay. What Tim we talking about? Oh, what's up, Tim? All right, IMPs times 4 each box. Let's see what menus we got. The box is going to be complicated. Maybe I can do this number, kinda. All right, first out we have pulled pork. Sweet, 2017. Okay. Chicken and sausage jambalaya. I don't think I've ever had that menu before. I know I got some 2017s, I think. Maybe. Huh. Cool. I don't remember ever having that menu. I don't remember, like, ever having one of those in my possession. I've bought cases of IMPs over the years, and that's not a menu that I remember ever having. You leaving? Oh. Hash browns and bacon. Okay. Hash browns and bacon and beef macaroni. All right. That's our first 4. Table's going to get clogged quick. Well, I'll put them back later. Hop down, Brownie. Here, you can get on that box right there. Okay, I'm taking that one. Yank his address off of here. Actually, I don't. Oh, he wrote it on the box. Okay. This box is different. Well, I guess I can open it upside down. All right. First box was a nice box, that flat, the way it was. He was not stingy with the tape either. Wait a second. Hang on, this is the same kind of box. Oh, well, crap. All right. I can do it. I got this. That's a lot of tape. How many layers are there? There's multiple layers of tape there. All right. There we go. Box number 2. Chili. Perfect. Love the IMP chili. Beans and wieners. Nice. I'm not a big beans and wieners fan, but they're not bad. Smoked meat with mustard sauce. One of the most gourmet menus in the IMPs is the smoked meat with mustard sauce. That is a bonus. And we got, chicken and vegetable stew. I happen to freaking love that menu as well. Man, okay. Good menus. Good menus. There were, this was a random lot thing on eBay. And I was going to share the link with everyone. And I picked some up. And whenever I went back, there was only one 4-pack. And that's how they were sold, was in 4-packs. There was only one 4-pack left. And you got a discount if you bought more than one. That's where I thought the good deal was at. But, yeah, we're getting a table full of IMPs up here. Push those back. That's all the way. That's all the way. Okay. All right, Brownie. Move over to these ones. Hop over. There you go. All right. All right, this label I can't take off. There we go. All right. Another box. Let's go. Get right into it. Not too skilled at cutting with my left hand. There we go. All right. Box number 3, mystery box of IMPs. First menu is chicken and vegetable stew. So, oh, we got a 2018 menu. Look at that. I'll be daggone. Was there any other ones? 17. Oh, the hash browns with bacon was a 2018 menu. I did not notice that whenever we were looking at them. All right. Next, we've got a beef macaroni. That's the second one of them, right? Yep. Both 2017. Okay. So we got 2 chicken and vegetable stews and 2 beef macaronis. 2 of the menus I really didn't care to get 2 of. Hey, we got another pulled pork, though. I will take that. And last in this one, sausage and hash browns. Okay, that's different. And that's an 18 as well. So we got 2 18s and 2 17s in that, right? No, we got 2. Wait a second. What just happened? I'm not even sure anymore. All right. Oh, we got one more box of IMPs here. Yeah, Brownie, I'm going to have these boxes back. Stay up there for the time being, though, I suppose. Let's see if I can get this label off. Stella, quit. Yeah, I didn't realize that's got my whole physical address on it. All right. Which here soon I'm going to be promoting a physical address of my restaurant. That is going to be coming up soon. Can't wait. All right, move that up there. It's going to be off screen. 3 high with the IMPs is not that great of an idea, but it is what it is. Southeast Asia. I've had a Thailand, and it was one of the best mains that I've ever had. It was, I think it was chicken curry, I think is what the main was. I'd have to go back and check. But it was awesome. But Southeast Asia. I don't know. Actually. I can't think of, right off the top of my head. I mean, I've had some Asian rations for sure. All right. Here we go. Last 4. What do we got? What do we got? Chicken and sausage jambalaya. Okay, we're getting doubles of almost everything. I did not think that would happen. With the selection that was there, I did not think I'd get this many doubles. Because there wasn't that many doubles. All right, next up, lasagna. Sweet. Hang on, I don't think I've ever had the lasagna before. Wait a second. Wait, what was the first one down here? Was it an 18 or a 17? 17, okay. 17. Next. Oh, 3 beef macaronis. No. All right. Last, but we'll see if it's least. Well, beef macaroni might be least. Oh, pulled pork. ×3. I'm happy. I'm happy. That's fine. The beef mac is whatever. I'm going to have to learn to like it, though, I guess. Pulled pork. Beef mac. Wait a second. Nope, that didn't come with this. Lasagna, which I've never had, I don't think. Can't remember ever having it. And the chicken and sausage jambalaya. How many of those did I end up with 3 of those too? I don't know. We got pulled pork, another pulled pork. Okay, we got 3 pulled porks and we got 3 beef macaronis. And then we got 1 chicken and sausage jambalaya, 2 chicken and sausage jambalaya. I think that's it. Okay, all right. That is it. Let's take a little up we go. There it is. There's all of them, which I mean, actually, need to do this to be able to actually see them all. Kind of see them all. There's 16 of them there. 16, right? Let's see. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, 16. All right. All right, I should have said, as I'm going through these, we need to pick out a menu for tonight. I think I did mention that. But, all right, I'm going to leave these on the table for now, and we're going to open that other box. It's going to be between some of these double, triple menus that I got. Did I only get one? I only got 1 chili. Dang it. If I was going to get doubles, I'd like to have multiple chilies. Love the IMP chili. I really do. I love it. It is fan-frickin-tastic. We got 2 of the chicken and sausage jambalayas. We got 3 of the pulled pork, which I have eaten a lot of the pulled pork, and let me just tell y'all, I freaking love it. I love the pulled pork. I don't know how to... I can't make them all visible, I guess. It's not going to happen. Well, maybe. No. It's back. I had the chili in the plastic bag. In the plastic bag? You mean the new style chili? The new style bag? Is that what you mean, Miss Marilyn? Or Kaylin? Sorry. I seen the blue. I didn't read. Beef macaroni, probably not the winning choice. Is it really that bad? I think I've had it once, and I don't remember it leaving an impression on my food memory. Let's see. What do we got? Doubles and okay, we got triples of this, which is great. I mean, honestly, like, I am not complaining about getting 3 pulled porks. I wish I would have gotten 3 of the... Where'd it go? The smoked meat and mustard sauce. Where did that go? Oh, it's over there. Wish I'd have got 3 of those. And 3 of these. And 3 chilies. It's fine, though. I'm a huge fan of the chicken and vegetable stew. And I got 2 of those. And the beans and wieners, I think Amber would actually like that one. She just wouldn't like the little wiener part of it. But you can eat around those easily enough. So, crap ever hit the fan, she would eat that menu. That and the baked beans menu, she'd eat that. We only got 2 of the breakfast menus, I think. We got sausage and hash browns is up here off screen. And then we got 1... hash browns with bacon. I think that's the only 2. Yep. So we got 3 of the beef mac. Everything else in the pulled pork. Doubles of the chicken and vegetable stew, which, again, amazing menu. Everything else is singles. So the beans and wieners single, chili single, sausage hash browns single, hash browns with bacon single, and smoked meat with mustard single. Everything else has got duplicates. So let's open this other box real quick, because I want to see what this looks like. I mean, I know what it looks like. I've had lots of these, but I just want to see what this one in particular looks like. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up or down. Either way, give Google its feedback. Later on, come back when this thing uploads and, you know, drop a comment or something. It just interaction. And I think you got to stay for like a couple minutes or something on replays for it to kind of count towards anything. So, all right. I got a good deal on this. I cannot remember what I paid for this, but I remember it being a good deal. And on the IMPs, I got a good deal on those, in my opinion. I was talking to K-Man about it, and he was like, whoa, that's expensive. I didn't think it was. For 8 of them, I think I paid $112 shipped, which I thought was a really good deal, especially to have IMPs stocked up like this, 16 IMPs, and I got like $200 in 16 IMPs. What's that breakdown to math-wise? What do we got? We got 16, 220. Okay, let's just do 220. 220 divided by 16. Got about $13.75 a piece in these. You can't go out and get fast food that's going to have anywhere near what, I mean, even calorie-wise for $13.75 anymore. So, not a bad deal. Oh, wow. Okay. First time I've encountered a box taped like this. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Now we got to do the middle. Yeah, I can't remember what I paid for this. I'll have to go back and check to tell you guys. Oh, I can smell it already. Hold the front door. Whoa. This thing's got an aroma. Okay. Maybe that's why it's all taped up like this. By the way, the guy that I got the IMPs off of was kind enough to send me a food package survival general purpose. I do not have it yet, but he did tell me that he sent it out, and like completely unprompted, just general kindness of the fella. Really kind of him to do so, and that's something maybe we'll check out here on the live stream sometime. I know I've done a general purpose years ago, but it's been a long time. Okay, this thing is weird and like collapsing. Is it wet? Is it wet? Oh man, I'm getting freaking peanuts everywhere. This guy went above and beyond, is all I'm going to say. I'm going to be nice and say he went above and beyond on the packaging here. Oh, I got to pick up all the peanuts. All kinds on the floor too. Out of the way. All right, let me just get the razor knife out here. What is going on with this label? That does look wet. Why does that look wet? Okay, it's not wet. So far, it's not wet. All right, I think we're okay. It just smells. Yes, sir. It's got a smell to it. Smells like old rotten food. Not like you would picture old rotten food, though. Like rotten food to the point to where it has petrified, is what I mean. What's that say? Huh. Got this off a fella named Michael, apparently. Oh, we got some bubble wrap up in here. Got a spoon. What the? Hold up. This is not what I bought. Not at all. No. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. Yep, we got issues. So that was the picture was an unopened accessory packet. And it's like he just ripped it open and took the smokes out before he sent it. Like this is not okay. And all the cans were there. You can't just decide to send whatever you want after you. Well, yep, I sure did. That's all right. Well, you know what though? I can't complain about it. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Yeah, because it's definitely not as advertised. We'll just have to go with that being my reasoning. Let me go back in here and look one last time. But I know I looked this thing over multiple times. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Go back in here. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. All right. I'll take care of this later. Just had to double check and make sure I wasn't going crazy. I'm not going crazy. All right. Well, seems to be a good B1 unit. There should have been some smokes in here. Huh. Let's see where that's leaking or has leaked anywhere. It's a little rusty right there, but it's got a dent. This can's never leaked. I'll leave it in the bag just since it's already here, but well, that and it's probably gonna have to go back. Why would you even do this? Like what? Yeah, that listing, this accessory packet. Well, it wasn't missing that. It looked like about like that outside of the corner missing off of it here. As you can see, somebody ripped it open right there, started to delaminate, and they pulled it open or something. But I guarantee none of this is any good. Yep. Yep. Trash. That's probably okay. Well, that sucks. Anyway, and look, 2 toilet papers. Like, really? What was the thought there? It doesn't matter. Does not matter. Junk. Well, it's got to be good B1 unit in there. But I paid more than what that B1 unit is worth, I can tell you that. Okay. Menu is next up. Let me go through the chat real quick. Guy probably disappeared. Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me, man. I mean, well, the list, where I purchased it's still up, but that doesn't mean that once I go calling or messaging or whatever, that it won't be another story. I don't know if he had other ones up for sale. I really wasn't like looking for this one when I found it. It just kind of popped up and I was like, yeah, that's a pretty decent deal. And I put a bid in and I won, which doesn't usually happen. So oh yeah, I mean, well, I mean, it'll be up on YouTube as proof. I mean, I can always send them timestamps and they can check those. Oh, the Canadian Postal Service is on strike up there. Have been for nearly a month. I'll be daggone. So how are you guys doing that up there? Well, I mean, I guess you're using alternative shipping methods like UPS, FedEx, Amazon. Amazon's not really a shipping company, but I'm sure they're making deliveries. UFC fan. Yeah, I'm a UFC fan. Absolutely. Yep, Dana's done some amazing things with the UFC. I liked how he did the Peloton thing when he was on Theo Vaughn too. I like the way he had him thrown out of the gym right then. Pretty good stuff. Willing to trade for some Minotaur stuff, depending on what you got. Yeah, because honestly, like, I really don't have much. Pretty much all the stuff that I got, I ate. I don't know why I ate it all up the way I did. MRE Nation stuff and Minotaur stuff both. I don't know. I kind of ate 90% of what I had, probably. I don't know. I don't have much left. And that stuff was good. There was a lot of stuff going on there that you just can't get your hands on, the type of stuff that he had going on anymore. Bob's stuff was good. Who is that, by the way? It was a Bob something, but... Friend in Ontario is, with their Amazon shipments is having, wait, their drivers are backlogged people due to the strike. Huh. Alright, let me get some boxes up here, and definitely not doing the pulled pork today, I guess. I'm really tempted to do that chicken and sausage jambalaya because I've never had one. Oh, they gotta go this way. Oh, yeah, okay. Wait a second, I still don't know if that's gonna fit. And okay. Actually, I'll put the lasagna in here. I think that's how these were anyway. All right. I don't know if I'm going to like the chicken and sausage jambalaya, and then after I eat one, wish that I had more. But if that's the case, that's the case. I typically like a good jambalaya, and I've been wanting to make some jambalaya myself. But that's got chicken in it as well. You know what? I think we're gonna have jambalaya. Or, yeah, because I just had a chicken and vegetable stew recently. Or I've got freaking 3 or 4 of those. I can't even remember now. At least 3. All right, it goes like this. There we go. Needed some help there. Pork. You cooking something? Oh, okay. What else is in there? Guess I can put a chicken and vegetables in this box. Oh, holy cow. Sorry, guys. My bad. My bad. I just really screwed up the camera. I'll fix it in a second. Hold the box in one hand. Trying to pull them and stuff it with the other hand. All right, Brownie, you got to move. Come on, up you go. It's all right. Lay right there on the couch. Because I'm just going to have to make you move again. Brownie, I'm going to have to make you move again. I wish I'd have got more of those chilies, for sure. What else is in here? Wieners. We will put the alright, every box just about's going to get a beef macaroni. Yeah, see, Brownie? Look. Watch yourself. It's alright. You're alright. Here. Just gotta take you up a level. It's alright. Alright. You can't do that. Alright. No, look. Alright, come here. Say hello to everybody, and then you gotta stop. Come here. There you go. Here. Say hello. Yeah, I was kind of excited about that MCI too. A fresh pack of smokes, maybe a B unit that might be usable. No. All right. Here, right here. Brownie. Right here. That's your good girl. Wait, you got something on your chin? What is that? Feels like... It's like a tick almost. What the heck, Brownie? What is that? Yeah. 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 You're a good kitty. You're a good kitty. Brownie's one of my favorites. She doesn't, she has kind of changed her, I don't know, not habits, but like the things that she likes. Like, she used to like for me to hold her. She didn't like for me to hold her so much anymore. But I've got her healthy. I gave her a round of antibiotics and flea meds because she had some spots on her skin that I took care of. Here, Brownie. All right, you want to get down? Yep. It's time for you to get down. There we go. All right. All right, so it's between these that I got so many of, which I only got 2 of those, but I got 3 of those. So the chicken and vegetable stew, again, it ain't been that long since I had one of them. I don't think. It seems like I went a long time without having any IMPs, and then that was the first IMP that I had, like, coming back to them, and I was impressed. I was highly impressed with the chicken stew. Brownie, you've got to quit now. Oh, nope. See, you're just going to keep knocking stuff. What even was that? What'd you knock down? I don't even see what you knocked down. It fell in them bottles of mine. That was cute. All right. Okay. That menu right there. The only other one that I ever had, I filmed it. And that was the last IMP video that I filmed. It had sound issues, I think, was the problem. Something was wrong with it. And I never did get to upload it. But this feels like it's fuller. I have no idea what's in either one of these menus. Yeah, this one's definitely heavier and thicker. Like, see how squishy? See how not squishy this one is? I don't know, you can't really tell as much looking at them, but the beef macaroni feels like it's got a little less weight to it. Not a whole lot less, but all right, we'll try the jambalaya. I looked down and saw Storm Tracker say jambalaya. Let's try the jambalaya. I'm down for some, like I said, I've been kind of wanting some jambalaya for a while now, and I haven't cooked it, so I got everything in there to cook it. I just haven't cooked it. Jambalaya it is. It better be good. Which, being an IMP, it's probably going to be awesome, and I'm probably going to want another one, which luckily I have one other one, so that'll be getting saved for a rainy day. Who knows when that rainy day will be. All right, 2017 Canadian individual meal pack. There's your QR code. If anybody wants to scan that, you can screenshot it or whatever. I know you can scan it off your phone, though. Didn't used to have the capability to do that back when these first came out. I don't think 17 we could do that. Maybe we could. I don't think so, though. I know we could do Google searches off screenshots, though. So maybe. And I know you can, like, search flowers and all kinds of stuff with screenshots or camera or, you know, actual picture. Same thing with trees and leaves and bark. It's a cool identifier thing out there I've seen before. All right, let's just get into it. Oh, didn't open just right. All right, so 2017, 18, well, let's go 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 8 years, 8 years. When my hands, wait, when I can't bend my pinky. I mean, I can do it with my other hand like that, but when I let go, some people's hands bend different. It's like, I don't know, when I do 2, I do it like that. When I do 3, I do it like that. Some people do the 3 like that, but my pinky, man, it's like connected to my thumb. The way my tendons are, I can feel it. Trying to bend my pinky down pulls my thumb in. I don't know. I don't think I could ever be a piano player. Or maybe, I can't even really play guitar because my fingers don't move right. But right on top, we got a coffee crisp. Probably stale as I'll get out because they always are. They just always are. I'll bet when you buy them in the store, they're stale up there. And we got a, Nescafe, sweet and creamy. Had that one last time I had an IMP, but it was a lot fresher than this. Well, not a lot. 2 years newer. So this is an 8-year-old-ish IMP. 20th day. Yeah, this is a early 17. So yeah, I'd call this, well, it's almost 9 years. Well, that hot sauce is. January 20th, it'll be 9 years old. Interesting. What else we got in here? We got the infamous, or famous, Canadian hamburger bun. Everybody tries to make a joke out of the Pain hamburger. Like, what would be, I can't come up with a good joke or something funny about that. I don't know. It's just not funny. It's just French. French aren't very funny in my opinion. Like, I don't know very many funny French people. Peanut butter. And I have no idea how to pronounce that. In French, what's the date on this? 34th day, 17. So we're talking February 3rd? Yeah, February the 3rd. And we got a, strawberry jam instead of raspberry this time. Nice. Strawberry jam. Yeah, the hamburger bun is so full of preservatives, it's a pain to eat it. Oh, a pain for me to eat it. Yeah, it's probably a pain on the way out, too, because you are correct. It is very full of preservatives, and it's pretty much standard bread down here in America. Bread, something happened with our bread in the past 5 to 7 years, roughly. I would say maybe even more recent than that. Maybe COVID kicked it off. I don't know. But the bread down here, something happened, and it takes forever to go bad. Forever. I'm talking 3-4 months. I've put this to the test. Trust me. Like, I'm curious how long bread will last, and it's lasting way too long. Way too long. Now, what years did they do only one drink mix? Was that 2015? Because I know at one point the IMPs tried to go to just one drink mix, and I can't remember what years. I think they might have done it 2 years, or maybe only 1 year. And we got an orange drink mix. I think that's what I had last time. Where's the other one at? Is there another one? Might not. Yep, there is. Okay, cool. I was thinking there might not be one. And we got what's this? A vanilla drink mix. Yum. Yeah. Of course, we've got the gusseted beverage bag, which you can make coffee in that or whatever, your sports drink or whatever. Those bags are high quality and they hold up. I've had American hot beverage bags fixing coffee in them and the side blow out of them. Literally just, they suck. What else? Let's get the mains out here out of the way. Oh, we got one of these. It's so weird. They use masking tape to tape the boxes. And then we got down here the U.S. inspected and passed by the Department of Agriculture. Sticker. 460 calories. Wow, what a main. What a main. That is an unusually high calorie count for a main. 240 grams. Let's see. Oh, there we go. 2016. 325th day of 2016. Wow. Okay. I see what you're doing there. what else we got in here? We got some sliced peaches. Those will give us a good indicator on how these were stored the 26th day of 17. And, of course, we've got our Canadian-issued butt ration. Or napkin or toilet paper, whatever you want to, however you want to use it. Oh, can't forget the Canadian spork. A very fine utensil. We have a package of Tic Tacs. 4 of them in there. Should be anyway. I do get these packs sometimes. Got 3 in them. We have the Canadian maple leaf. Just add water. What will be a wet nut once you add water. Great addition. Those things are actually really high quality. They're like a, I don't know, a disposable washcloth is what I would call them. If you've ever had one of those before, like one of those really, now I don't mean, there's not cloth, but not easily torn. And last but definitely not least is the matches, so you can start yourself a fire. And they're going to have red tips. Brown matches. Strike on back from Eddie Match, I'm sure. Right? Yep. Eddie Match. Right there. Oh, well, yep. There it is. Eddie Match. Keep matches away from children. And then let's write it. The sentence is almost 2 sentences long in French. Product of the USA. All right. You save every one of those, what? What? MITS? I don't know what you meant by that, but if you're talking about the spork, I keep every one of them too. I mean, it's just right here next to me. I'm sure there's more. There's got to be more. Well, I got more in there. Yeah, there's more down there too. I got 2 cups of utensils here. Stick it in the middle here. All right. Oh, no freaking way. Hang on. I'll be right back. I forgot to get the water going. Golly. I even thought about it earlier. Yes. I got it squared away now. Dang. Sorry about that, folks. That's my bad. We can keep moving, though. We can keep moving. Let me get the non-essentials out of the way here. Now, with jambalaya, I might need that Frank's Red Hot. That's what I'm thinking. Take one of these, stick it in here. I give these out in boxes all the time. Little extras like that. Okay. Water should be going within, I don't know, 5 minutes maybe. Jambalaya. Let's take a look at that ingredients list on that thing here in a second. Coffee crisp, hamburger bun, vanilla drink mix, peanut butter jam, Frank's Red Hot right there, Ork, and drink mix. I had a bottle of water too. Let's do the Superman. Oh yeah, peaches. They can go right there. And that will go in a bowl. Jambalaya. Water. Brown rice. Cooked, seasoned chicken thigh meat. So brown meat. Nice. Chicken thigh meat, water, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Cooked andouille sausage. Nice. Okay. Pork, water, seasonings. Where's the parentheses in? Salt, spices. Salt, spices. Sodium phosphate, smoke flavoring, paprika, sodium thorbate, sodium nitrate, seasoning, paprika, hydrolyzed soy protein. What do they got putting soy protein in here for? Spice, maltodextrin, caramel color, spice extractive. Is that all? Where did that start? Clear up here. Wait, what the heck? Anyway, bacon fat, modified potato starch, dehydrated onion, dehydrated celery, and jalapeno pepper powder. Huh. It says it contains celery, milk, and soy. Interesting. What are we looking at? 1,120 grams on the sodium. I've had worse. And for this high calorie count, this, I don't know why, but it feels heavier than usual, I guess. Made by the Warnick Company in Cincinnati, Ohio. So, I don't know why they make a big deal about shipping IMPs down here, because the main stuff in it, like the main, usually, is made in America. So, I don't know. I don't get why they make a big deal out of it, personally. So we got 3 different drinks here. We got the vanilla drink mix, we got an orange mix, and we got the Nescafe. And we're going to do the Delicious Cup. Go subscribe to Delicious's channel. Link right at the top of my description, I'm sure. We'll move that cup, and we will do the sweet and creamy. We'll do the powder dump right now. I'll go get the hot water in a second. Right. Let's try this vanilla drink mix thing. We'll put it in a clear cup so we can look at it. I usually mix them up in the bag, and it might boil it. All right, we'll get this thrown in some hot water. It's so weird that it's masking taped. I still don't understand that. Like, what? Why did they do that? They run out of glue or something? So somebody ripped this open. Somebody ripped this box open so weird. What would be the reasoning for that? They had a bad batch, and instead of putting them in new boxes, they recycled the boxes and got rid of the mains out of them, and because they had, I don't know. I don't get it. But see, look at that. Doesn't that look like there's more food in this than normal? It feels heavier than normal, I'm telling you. And I know it's supposed to be 240 grams, but it feels heavier for whatever reason. And it is full. I'm telling you what. All right, let me get this in some hot water. Start a timer. We'll do 5 minutes. Got that started. I'm trying to wait to make that so it stays relatively hot. I've never tried mixing one of these up in a cup that I can remember. I've always just done it in the bag. But it's a really smooth looking powder. It smells like the powder for if you've ever made like vanilla pudding out of the powder. That's what this smells like. I want to bet that you could probably make pudding out of this just putting, you know, a lot less water in it. Got it all. Except the dust. And that's how much powder's in there. I would say a good bit. Pretty hefty amount. Get the orange drink going as well. I don't know why I still continue to put the dyes in them. Canada's tastes just like a pixie stick. I say it every time. The Canadian ones really do though. Like it's the powder's really fine. It matches the texture of what you get in those little pixie stick things. I think that's what they're called. Is that what they're called? Am I calling that the wrong thing? What are those things called? Huh, I just had a brain fart. Been a long time since I had one of those. Let's get this. Definitely not giving any free advertisement to these people. I don't care if there's one live view or one view afterwards. I mean, I'm not giving them nothing. Shoot. Set a timer for 3.5 minutes. Yep, I totally forgot to set the timer. Alright. Water in the orange first. That's about right. How much water does this shake call for? Does it even say? It does not. Huh. Well, crap. Doesn't say because you're supposed to use the line on the bag. That's why I always use the bag, huh? Oh, well. You know what? Hang on. I want to try this powder. I want to see what it tastes like. See, look how fine it is. It's like weirdly fine. I don't know if you can tell, but it acts weird on that spork. What is that? Cornstarch, I think is what it is, that kind of seems to react the same way this is reacting. All right, let me give that a try. Add milk instead. My milk is ice cold though. I don't know if it'll mix up. You know what I mean? I mean, I could try it, but probably won't hold up. It probably won't mix up. I don't even know if my milk's any good. I haven't had any in a few days. What are you doing here? Yeah, my milk's all right. I ain't had none for like probably 5 or 6 days. All right, I'll give it some milk. That should be plenty. Near that, please. Okay, I got the main while I was in there. Stop. Okay. Alright, next. I guess I'll mix this up. See how that works out. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's what I figured. Where the milk was so cold. That is thick. Super thick. Yeah, it's going to take a while to mix up. Might have to dump it back over in that bag and shake it. Anytime I get the chance, I buy a shepherd's pie, pulled pork. Yeah, shepherd's pie is good too. I tell you what though, I've had, like, the chili is amazing. The chicken stew, freaking love that one. Really, even the ravioli last time was way above what I thought it was going to be. Yeah, this is not mixing up. Try to squish all the, like, bubbles of powder against the cup here. It's a weirdly shaped. I don't know if it was like bent wrong in the bag or what, but this spork is kind of weird. See all that powder on the back of that where I was squashing it against the cup? Very gritty. I don't know, LC. I think I'm going to regret this. I think I might regret it. It's all right. It don't matter. All right, let me go get this coffee mixed up. Well, some hot water. Sweet and creamy coffee. Yeah, this fork is all, or spork, I keep calling it a fork, is all warped up. See the difference? I don't know. It's not very dramatic on the screen there, but trust me, it's even a different color. Look how much different color it is. That's weird. Huh. They're all like that too. They're all that color that I just showed you. This is a different one. This one's different. It's like a prototype or something. See the difference in the color? Huh. Weird spork. All right. Peaches. Let's get them peaches. Next. It's been a little bit of a weird one. I'm all out of whack and doing stuff out of order than what I typically do. Every time I open one of these things, almost every time, not like 95% of the time, when I rip it open, it squirts juice on my walls. I'm trying to think of a way I could prevent it from doing that. Maybe if I just cut it with a knife. Hang on. Let's see if that'll work. Let's prevent it. Do it like this. I give up. I'll just rip it next time. The heck. I was really trying. Let me get a napkin, clean that up. Be a sticky mess later. All right. Oh, okay. Peaches are a little dark. A lot of dark. Oh, they're gonna, spill over. Oh, man. Get off of there. All right, I'm in a stuck. I gotta get some of the juice off of this. Without spilling it. Oh, it tastes like crap. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Those peaches have seen better days. They got kind of a, what is that? I don't know how to describe that. Just not fresh. Not quite on the fermented side. Just not fresh. Not at all. Today's one of those days, just like everything I do has a little bit of a hiccup to it. It's not that it's like bad or anything. It's just there's a little bit of a something that wasn't supposed to happen, or something didn't go right, or whatever that happened. And I ain't talking about just that juice problem. That's nothing. Just everything. Hamburger bun, which is what, like just shy of being 9 years old, right? Wait, not 9 years old, 8 years old. Just shy of being 8 years old. That's right, right? Yeah. Okay. Second. Let's give our peanut butter a knead, because it's going to need it. I find this the best and most efficient way to knead your peanut butter. It gets it all the way through this way. And mixes it up real nice. Being off center's bothering me. Alright. The smaller the hole, the more control, as Gundog says. Get our strawberry jam. Knead it up a little bit, not too much. Just get it to where it ain't runny. Again, smaller the hole, more control. You can go too small with it though, you gotta be careful. Well, I guess you can't really, because then you can just cut it and make it bigger, as long as you got something to cut with. If you're ripping it, you gotta get it right the first time. I'll open that in a second. Let's get this coffee crisp opened up. Let's see what it looks like. All right. Can I do a poll? Who thinks it's going to be bloomed? Can I do a poll? I don't know if I can. Let me see. I don't see you. Oh, hey, thanks for the super chat. The Looney Tunes critic. What's happening, man? Nice Pink Floyd glass. Thank you. Appreciate that. That actually did belong to my son. But let me finish reading your super chat. It says, when Roger Waters' father died in the war, it was all worth it so that he could eat prison food on camera. Wait, what? So it was all worth it so I could eat prison food on camera. Well, I think, my grandpa fought in World War II, and I learned a lot from that man. I hope to carry on some of that to my children, and I hope that they pass some of that down on to their children. Well, hopefully they have children. They don't have any yet. They're still kids themselves. But, those guys that fought, I'm sure they all had ideas of what they wanted the country to be. And I think this is probably one of the least offensive things going on in the country, to be quite honest. I mean, let's think about some of the stuff that's going on. I can't do a poll, but thanks for that super chat. Who thinks it's going to be bloomed? Who thinks that this coffee crisp, I wanted to call it cookie crisp, coffee crisp will be bloomed? I would say it's for me, yeah, freedom isn't free. You are correct. You are correct. A lot of people have paid the ultimate price for it, for America. But bloomed, yes. Not bloomed, no. So a no will equal a non-bloomed coffee crisp that looks like I guess a fresh one. I don't know that I've ever actually had a fresh one before, but there's a first time for everything. This is certainly not prison food either. This is what they provide the fighting men of Canada, fighting men and women of Canada. Sorry. Yeah, that kind of tastes like alcohol a little bit. It certainly isn't on the fresh side. I don't have very many people who don't, or that I don't think I've seen anyone that thinks that this is going to be fresh. But hey, again, there's first time for everything. Let's find out together. You got to be kidding me. Well, would you look at that? It's not bloomed. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit in the middle or on the back where it's thicker. Like, what the heck? Again, there's a first time for everything. Just because the chocolate's not bloomed doesn't mean that the wafers aren't going to be nice and stale, as they typically are. Now, let's see what this jambalaya looks like, because if I've had this before, I do not remember having it. I mean, if I had it, I'd say it was years ago. I do not recall ever having the chicken and sausage jambalaya. Or is it sausage and chicken? No, it's chicken and sausage jambalaya. Okay. All right. This thing is really full, and it's steaming hot right now. Like, it's good and hot. Oh, yeah. See? Okay, that smells like an old MRE. I'm not seeing much anything in there. All right, let's see what it looks like. Dumped out. Maybe all the good stuff settled to the bottom. I don't know. That smells like an late 80s, early 90s, shelf-stable, retort pouch from a vintage MRE. I don't know why it smells that way, but it does. Unmistakable smell. Doesn't smell like jambalaya. Right up close, I get a little whiff of the sausage, the andouille, Them brown pieces, I'm going to guess, are the thigh. Nope, that's the sausage. Okay, where's the thigh meat chicken? It looks like that's sausage, okay. There's a piece of chicken. There's a piece of thigh meat chicken. It's nice and steamy right now. Let's get a cross section on that chicken. Just ripped it open right there. Yeah, it's a little tough for chicken, actually. Yeah, not bad. That looks all right. It's hot. Plenty of sausage up in there. Lots of rice, of course. What is that? I hope that's sausage and not chicken. So that's, oh, no way, that's chicken. That was a perfectly square piece of chicken. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, it looks like natural chicken on the inside. It was just a square. Okay. I don't like my food, my meat, to come in squares, but first I'm going to try the chicken, and then I'll try the sausage. All right, here we go. Just the chicken and a little bit of rice on there. Down the hatch. Hey. Wow. Right as I was about to say, not enough spice. I got slapped in the mouth. That is actually spicy. That would be tough for some people to eat. The spice level, I mean, it's low, but if you've never eaten anything spicy at all, and you don't like spice, you wouldn't eat this. I mean, it's low, like it's a 1 or a 2 for someone who eats spicy things, or doesn't even register for someone who eats spicy things, honestly. But for someone who doesn't like spicy stuff, this would be pretty high on the spice level for them. Nice looking piece of chicken right there. Oh, no way. Brownie. All right. God, cat. I'm going to time out right now for a second. All right. And I dropped my spork on the floor. Sweet. Sorry about that, folks. I have to get a new spork. It's not like I don't have, I don't know, a bunch right here. Because I do. All right. Back in with the sausage. 2 pieces of sausage. It's really brown. The sausage is really brown. Not like cooked on the grill or cooked on a skillet and browned. Like, it looks brown. Let me cross-section one of these before we go. Seriously. See? That's what I was saying. Like, today is just that day. I'm not going to eat this, but see how it's brown all the way through? You gotta be kidding me. Oh. Alright. Is my camera folding up on me again? It shouldn't even be able to do that. Alright. Find me another piece of sausage here. Right there. Right there. Yeah, right there. That's a good one. Alright, try just the sausage on its own. Here we go. Not what I expected. Not what I wanted. It tastes like almost nothing. It has the texture that it's supposed to have. You know, slightly firm. That typical, more stiff sausage type texture. But taste-wise, I don't know, man. It just kind of tastes like this shelf-stable rice, which is not the most attractive thing. But we're going to get some chicken and some sausage. I don't want to eat all the chicken in one bite. All right, here we go. A little bit of everything. So the rice, has an almost sweet flavor to it. Sweet and tangy. The sweetness is kind of odd for me. Not what I expected. And I'll tell you, that sausage is really kind of a drag. The chicken's not bad. The rice is not bad. But the sausage kind of brings it down. Hey, Germs MRE, back to work. All right, man. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you. Frank's Red Hot. That's where I'm going. I like Frank's Red Hot on just about whatever. Especially something that's getting boring or something like that. This, I wouldn't call this boring. It's got a spice to it. All right. Let's see what that does for it. Right now, it's better without it. You know, I was pretty excited for this menu. Now I feel let down. It's not what I expected. I expected the sausage to be a lot better. The chicken is about what I would expect. The rice is kind of weird. Yeah, it's not supposed to be. It's Kalen. It's the rice. It's got like a, I don't know, a subtle sweetness to it. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not crazy. It definitely does. You know how, like, with a whole grain bread, it has, like, just a natural sweetness to it? That kind of seems like what this... I don't know. Maybe there's... I didn't read sugar in that ingredients list, did I? Mm. Hmm. Mm-mm. Nothing on that list should be indicative of sweet. Any type of sweetness. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Brown rice. Other than, I guess, the brown rice. I would have liked... What was that? I would have liked this better in white rice myself. But that's just me. Some people like the brown rice better. It... if the sausage tasted more like a pork sausage, I would be much more on board with this, but that flavor just isn't there. And that's what I'm lacking. Like, I'm missing. And I do not like artificial smoke flavoring. I do not like it. Don't add it. It's not needed. It doesn't enhance anything. 9.9 times out of 10, or 99 times out of 100, this fake smoke is a detriment to a dish. I don't think it does much good. There's some jerky that uses it that, like, might make it a little bit better, but honestly, I don't know because I haven't had it without it, so. I swear there was more food in that pouch than the standard 240 grams, too. Is that sausage? Yep. The sausage is quite firm. And it's got a weird aftertaste. Yeah, I wouldn't pick this menu again if I could avoid it. I mean, it's edible. Don't get me wrong. It's just not in my top 10, top 20. I don't know. It's not on my list. All right, I've eaten enough now that I think I need some Franks. It's hot. Not spicy hot. Temperature hot. I could have swore I just heard my son. I thought he went to work. Huh. Weird. The Frank's Red Hot is pretty overpowering. Just like Tabasco, but better. Frank's has got more flavor. A little less heat. Probably a little less vinegar as well. I'm done. I'm done with that for right now. Yeah. Definitely not my favorite. I mean, again, it's edible. Both the chicken and the sausage is really, really dry, which usually I don't mind. Like, I don't mind a dry chicken a lot of the times, and a lot of times when people say turkey's dry, I like it. But this is, I would say maybe I'd call it unusually dry, or a different kind of dry. I never did stir this up, so I need to stir it up with my Aussie spoon, which we're going to need a spoon for them peaches anyway. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I'll try stirring it up one more time. But oh, yeah, refreshing. Tastes like it tastes a lot like high C. That's what I would think, or it's very comparable. All right, this is bugging me because it's ready to spill, and I just want to get a big peach out of here to stop this, if I can, without spilling it. There we go. All right, peaches. Mushy. And just, most people wouldn't eat these. They don't bother me so much, but they are on the verge of turning into some sort of fermented drink. I think they've seen some heat, which, I don't know. The peaches indicate that they've been exposed to some heat, but I tell you what, this does not look like it's been exposed to any heat. It smells good. It smells real good. Let's see if we can do anything. Oh, man. Oh, that's like a... I mean, I could scoop that out of there, probably. Ugh. I think it's kind of mixing up. It's really thick, though. I don't know if you guys could see how that's like stringy almost. It's thick. THICC, thick. I certainly think you could make pudding out of that, because I've only tasted it off the spoon so far, but it does taste, to me, almost like a vanilla pudding. Look at this bun. What a sad excuse for a bun. It's so smashed. Just absolutely demolished when it comes to its, I guess, fluffiness or its original size. It's a little bit like dry feeling. It was just, I guess, probably where it's been smushed so bad that well, you could almost decorate with that. Try the peanut butter. Even the bread tastes old. That's weird. It just has that weird chemical, like shelf stable, kind of a staleness to it that comes with a very unique flavor, and that has it. But the peanut butter itself, slightly sweet, very nice peanut butter, natural peanut butter. It's really good. Really good, actually. All right, here's our strawberry jam. I thought that was going to happen. Strawberry jam, looking pretty good, if I may say so myself. You can see the seeds in there. So it's just a natural strawberry jam. All right. Man, that is good. That is better than the American strawberry jam. I don't know why, but it is. I don't know if they put more sugar in it or if it's just completely all natural or there's pectin added. Let's see what the ingredients list says. Sugar is the #1 ingredient, and then strawberries, and then pectin, and then citric acid, and then sodium citrate. Good jelly. Jam, sorry. Jam. Let's double up here. Nice little bead. I can weld in there. Oh, oh. Chunks of fruit in that jelly. Right there. All right. White bread. Huh. That's probably the worst Canadian bread I've had in a few years. It's pretty rough. Fully edible. I mean, there's nothing, I ain't saying that. It's just got a off flavor to it and smell. Yeah. I guess I'll wash down the peanut butter and jam with this. What is it just vanilla drink mix? What's it? Yep. It says just vanilla drink mix, so all right. It's not a protein drink or anything like that. It's just a vanilla drink mix. Down the hatch. Okay. Overall flavor, I like it. It's very balanced. It's a very well balanced, slightly sweet vanilla drink. It doesn't have like that protein powder taste. Thank goodness it's not one of those. You could do some interesting things with this. I feel like, you know, mixing it up into an icing or maybe even a pudding. Now, I'm not a big pudding guy. I can't do the texture of pudding. But, and the top of this, like I had to try to avoid the top of it. But if I can get past the top, everything below the very top of it is very drinkable. And not too thick. Not bad. Not bad. And the milk, well, I can't say direct comparison against it, but seems to be pretty good. LC suggested that. All right. Here's our non-bloomed coffee crisp. We shall see. Well, here, let's just break it. Oh, it broke pretty good. Tell you what, the cross section don't look bad. Don't look bad at all. Yeah. That middle is nice and airy looking. All right, give this a try. Oh my God. That's funny. That coffee crisp is super stale. Hard to chew stale. And it has like a really stale taste to it too. Almost like a weird powdery flavor to it. I don't know how to describe that other than like a powdery residue that it's leaving behind. And then it just tastes old. It looks great. Looks perfect. It isn't. This thing was like suspended in its visual bliss just to have failed when it came to performing its ultimate end goal of being eaten. It tastes like it doesn't taste very good. Yeah, that wafer. It ain't wafering. It's on the chewy side, but not in a good way. Huh. I'm going to take these pieces instead of dunking the whole thing down in there. What I'm going to do is do this so as to not contaminate my whole coffee with it. That didn't help. I'm surprised. I thought it was going to soften it up. It didn't. Still super chewy. Weird. I'm going back for some more weird bread and jelly. It's better than the coffee crisp. I mean, that's a candy bar. A Canadian favorite. A Canadian staple, if you will. Just not this one. You could staple this one to the wall with the texture it is. There we go. Whole thumb in the peanut butter. And jelly. Jam. I always say jelly. I'm so disappointed in you, coffee crisp. I've had good coffee crisp before. CT sent me a box one time, and there was a pack of 4. They were like a long pack of them stacked on top of each other and all in one pack. I think you got it like a gas station like setup, buying 4 of them at one time. Yeah, I'm kind of sad that this is not better. Let me try the sweet and creamy real quick and see if I got my water ratio right. Probably could have added a little bit more, but it got cold on me, and that was the last thing that I'd done. I don't think this is going to help, but we shall try. Maybe if I like do this and try to force it up inside of it. All right. Looks like it's absorbed some. Nope. Wow. I mean, it's got a pretty harsh, stale flavor to it, too. This, the bread, and the main had a weird staleness to it. This, of course, I don't think you could make peanut butter or jam taste stale. And the peaches were kind of off. Is all this fully edible? Sure. Is it a little bit weird? Yep. I would, the way I'm going to store them, they'll stay in this condition for probably about another 3 or 4 years. Since I'm going to bring the temperature down on them and they're going to be at 65 or below, they'll be fully edible for at least another 4 or 5 years, I would say. And still taste about like they do right now. But if I were to put these in 70, 80 degree, or out in the sun, 70, 80 degrees and fluctuating temperatures, these things wouldn't last maybe another couple years, maybe, depending on how drastic the temperature changes are. They're well within they're well into their decay rate. They're way up into that. Because seriously, some of this stuff remind me of 80s and 90s MREs, the flavors that was coming off of it, the smells. Very indicative of a vintage MRE, not a 2017 IMP, that are typically very good. I mean, we see them get roughed up like this when they're not stored properly, which these aren't bad. These aren't that bad. They just have already started going down that process. So it is what it is. All right, let me find a smoke. Oh, let's do a Canadian. Oh, excuse me. Let's do... Hey, wait a minute. Did I just have one of these recently? Maybe I did. Maybe I did. I do have a couple left from Australia. Literally 2, so I better save those. Let's go with a... Hold on. I thought I had an accessory pack sitting here somewhere. Marbles or something. I don't know what I done with them. Oh shoot, hang on, what's this? Oh no. Well, guess I've already smoked all those. That sucks. I didn't think that I had done that. I didn't think I had done that. Okay. Let's go with the pocket Pall Mall. One of the pocket pack ones. These are the little ones. What is that? Paper. The world tastes better with the pocket edition. Don't know what that says. Does this thing open up? Oh, it does. Ooh, look at that. Look at that pink pack. It's a hot pink pack. Looks like there's 7 different types. There's a green, a purple, a blue, a black, a pink, an orange, and a white. Huh. Very cool. Man, Delicious really hooked me up with these. There we go. We'll leave that in there, and we will get one of these out. Now, these are smaller. There's still 20 cigarettes in here, but they are slightly smaller. Not much. Really not much. The difference in size is very, very little. Look, that's all the difference. Not much. But I guess it makes a difference inside your pocket. And I like how all these got the 45-degree cuts on them. Very cool. But yeah, these are slightly smaller than a standard size smoke. I don't know if I've ever compared one. These right here, these all naturals are my favorite. Have been my favorite. Not that big a difference, really. It's just a little bit in the thickness. They're the same length, just slightly different girth. All right. Let's chat a little. The holidays are coming up. I'm getting ready to put my tree up. Can't believe I don't have it up already, but I was going to work on it today. These are weird to, I don't know, they're weird to smoke. The size and the shape of them, it's just different. It's something. Virginia Slims are like smaller than this, and they feel really weird to smoke. Kind of the same way this does, except not to that extreme. But it's definitely noticeable. It's a noticeable difference. So, should be closed on the restaurant and office slash studio slash what upstairs will be a luxury 1-bedroom apartment. What is that? Coffee Crisp? What's this? Coffee Crisp. Yep. Favorite tacos on my, or favorite toppings on tacos. Like, if we're talking just a beef, like taco meat, meaning beef with taco seasoning as your base, not like a chicken taco or a steak. I guess you could have just a steak taco, chicken taco, but talking about a standard run-of-the-mill taco. I'm a classic guy. I like lettuce, cheese, little bit of tomato, and depending on what kind of mood I'm in, I can do the sour cream. It just depends. But I can't do the big old dollop of sour cream in the middle. Fresh cilantro in a taco, to me, it overpowers the flavors that I like about the taco. So I prefer not to have that going on. What else? Not a big refried beans guy. A lot of people like them. I can eat them, but they're not my preference. I used to love a lot of cheese. Now I like a balance of cheese. Depending on how much of every other ingredient's there, I want it to just all be even and equal. I used to want lots of cheese. I don't like so much cheese no more. Yes. Yeah. I can't do that big old dollop of sour cream right in the middle like Taco Bell's bad about it. It's like, just give me a little bit of sour cream all the way across. I want to have a little sour cream in every bite. I don't want to have one big bite of sour cream right in the middle. I don't want that. You can keep it. Just go ahead and keep it. I don't want it. If I do get like a Taco Supreme from Taco Bell, or if I make it myself, it's a whole different story. I like to have the sour cream squeeze bottle, which I have in my fridge right now, or pouch. It's actually a pouch. But if you work at a place like Taco Bell, would you not make the food as you would want to eat it? Nobody wants to eat a big old bite of sour cream right in the middle of their whatever it may be. It's just not the way it works. If I'd get a taco supreme or whatever, a soft taco supreme or taco supreme, I would always end up, depending on what I had, I might end up taking my finger and like just mixing it all around with the lettuce and the cheese and everything, and then kind of redistributing it throughout the middle of the taco. It's I usually just avoid it because of that, because I don't want to have to deal with mixing it all up and dealing with that big old dollop. I'm like, nah, regular taco me. One thing about these pocket ones is they're a little bit harder to drag. Like they're kind of there's not a lot of resistance on the filter. And then if you double hit it, it wants to get hot and collapse the filter. So you got to be careful. But quality wise, like the quality of the tobacco over there is so much better than here. That's probably the case for all the food, tobacco, whiskey, beer. It's probably anything consumable. It's probably better over there. I think Poland is on a pretty good path from what I've seen. Worked there for 3 days in 2000 at Taco Bell. I think we're probably talking about, right? Is that who we're talking about? Cilantro and lime rice is recently discovered for me. Been buying the microwave bags of it from Walmart. So cilantro and lime rice. See, I had some lime and chili ramen not too long ago. It was freaking horrible. It was so bad. So bad. I ended up throwing away like half of it. I was like, I just couldn't force myself to eat it. It was so nasty. Got booted. Must have been something I said. Oh, restaurant. Wait. My son worked at Taco Bell. Alex did. Last year, I think. He didn't work there too long. Had a real bad turnover rate. The guy who was the actual like regional manager or whatever he was his policies were all wrong. Number one, he was attracting a lot of the wrong people to work there, and then he was valuing those wrong people and like keeping them propped up. But like Alex, I think he told me if you were 1 minute late that he would tell you to leave or something like that. Like he'd tell you to go home and leave. The guy just isn't running the place the way it should be ran, in my opinion. Of course, you want your employees to be there and on time, but man, things happen. You got to be understanding on occasion. You can't make a habit out of being late every day, even if it's a couple minutes. Like, you need to be on time. Quit Taco Bell for 3 days because all they would let me do was wash dishes and drop stuff in the deep fryer. I was constantly soaking wet and greasy at the same time. An awful gig. Yes. I could see how that could be absolutely horrible. I never worked at Taco Bell. I did work at Dairy Queen. That was my first tax-paying job. I had worked construction when I was young. Like I started working my summers and stuff like that with my stepdad when I was probably 10, I'd say. I don't know. I was a gopher, you know. I think I remember carrying bundles of shingles up the stairs or up the ladders whenever I was 10 years old, one bundle at a time. Which, I mean, I wrestled and stuff at that age, so I'm sure I was pretty strong. Um, but my first tax-paying job, I was either 12 or just turned 13. And I worked at Dairy Queen. I was the cook at Dairy Queen at 12 or just turned 13 years old. Let that soak in. I was the cook at the local Dairy Queen down in Gallipolis, where I was living at the time. Boy, how things have changed, right? Because people would freak out if you had a 12 or 13-year-old as your cook now. You know? Like, I was by myself back there. There wasn't anybody back there working with me. Sometimes there was, I guess, but mainly it was just me. It was a weird thing, even at that time, to be entrusted with just cooking the food. Which the hot dogs, like you throw them in one of those steamers, and you just left them for a long time, and they would turn green, and they still wouldn't have you throw them away. Like, I wanted to throw them away before they got to that point, but no, I tried to time it out to where they wouldn't be, because you couldn't just cook up hot dogs there. Like, they had to go in the steamer and get hot, even though they're pre-cooked. It's so kind of silly. But yeah, I never microwaved not one hot dog there. Deep fried the chicken, the French fries. Our burgers went on a rolling chain broiler, I guess. I mean, and then they plop out the other side. The burgers were good back then. There still are, I think. I mean, I don't eat Dairy Queen very often because our Dairy Queen closed down. It no longer exists, which sucks because it was a pretty big staple, especially in the summertime around here. Like, all the kids after baseball games would go and get ice cream or a meal and then ice cream. It's gone. What was the workplace hazard? How's the tree hole coming along? Got enough nuts stored away. Remember seeing a tiny Asian kid literally on his tippy toes, just above eye level, with a skillet flipping burgers. I know, man. Like, yeah, that was that. I mean, they had a square cutout where you could see if you were at the at the cash registers as a customer looking back there, like, you could not see much. But if I came up to the window and was like, hey, you could see me. But we would pass the food through that cutout square when it was done. The food hasn't changed at Dairy Queen in, let's see, 30 years. God. I worked there 30 years ago. That just didn't realize it'd been that long. Wow. 30 years ago. God, I'm old. That makes me think old, I guess. Or it makes me think that I'm old. I don't know. That's a long time ago, 30 years ago. Look weird, like bending over. I can't see. I need glasses. Maybe I do. Maybe I need glasses and I wouldn't have to squint and do stuff. I probably don't have to. I just do it out of habit. Nation MRE, I agree with that. Here's a good for instance. I can't remember the woman. I think she was at the hospital with her daughter, It could have just been a doctor's appointment. But her son walked or rode a scooter a mile away. A mile, 5,280 feet. In a straight line, you can see that no problem. Doesn't matter whether you can see it or not. They came and arrested that woman and are going to put her in jail for 30 days for allowing her child, who was 10, I believe, to walk. And I believe it was to the dollar store. I think it's where he walked. It was something like that, or a convenience store, I think is the word they used. But he walked to the convenience store, and the cops came and arrested her for this. That's the world we're living in. That right there. That's the world we're living in. And it's bonkers. It's not okay. That is not okay. Just like you said, it builds character. I don't think I really wanted to work whenever I was 12 or 13 years old. My mom told me I needed to find a job and work. And I also wanted money. You know, I wanted my own money. Which I think I was making like $3 an hour. 3 and some change an hour. Maybe 2 something an hour. They got away. Not only did they let kids work, but they also paid us a lot less. Like, what? Like, they should have had to pay us at least like minimum wage. They weren't even paying us minimum wage. It was under that. That cigarette did not hit the spot. It just wasn't enough. But yeah, I think kids should have a lot more freedom than what they do. I think, holding kids' hands every second of every day, them being within eyesight or voice shot, is it really necessary? It's not necessary. We know this because we grew up without any of those rules. None of those rules. Like, the deal was, when I was growing up, I was to go outside and only come back around lunchtime, which was usually like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whenever. Grab something to eat, something small, a sandwich, a handful of chips and a hot dog, something easy, and then go immediately back outside, as long as it wasn't pouring the rain or something like that. Go immediately back outside and not come back until it was dark. Sometimes like half hour to an hour after it was dark, depending on what we were doing. If we were having a good time and like not wanting to stop doing what we were doing, we would push our limits on that. But the rule of thumb usually was when the street lights were coming on, that's when you started thinking about going home. Yeah. When the street lights come on, like that's when you just kind of got the notion in your head, like, oh, okay, street lights are starting to come on. I got to go home soon. Not yet, but soon. And that's back. And comics have ran this into the ground, but that's back when they used to have government-funded commercials that would run at but depending on what time of year it was, that would run and ask if you knew where your kids were at. Do you know where your kids are at? Yeah, they're outside playing. They're fine. They're fine. And if something happened, the first thing you did was run to your parents or whoever, your grandparent, whoever was your legal guardian, and ask for help. If you hurt yourself, you'd go ask for help. And the way our families were, like, I played with all the neighbors, and the neighbors, we all played together. And if something happened to them and we were closer to my house, we'd go to my house. If something happened to us, like somebody got hurt and we were closer to my buddy Nathan's house, I'm going to use as an example, we would all go to his house. I stayed all night at his house all the time. We didn't stay at my house really much. But I did stay all night over his house a lot. That was a big thing when you were a kid, man. Getting to spend the night at your buddy's house. It was an adventure. I don't know. It made everything more exciting for both of us. I don't know, man. Yeah, they call us latchkey kids. You're correct. Yeah. Um, I don't think that's a very good term for it myself. Uh, which both parents see, this is a product of forcing both parents to be in the workforce. I think that it worked for them back then, but now with society the way it is, kids can't just come home, let themselves into the house and be good, because a neighbor will see some kind of problem with that and call CPS or the law, and then you're in deep doo-doo because your kid came home and stayed in its own house with the doors locked. Still a problem. So what do? You got to pay for child care. By the time one of your incomes is going to paying for child care and the gas going to get them and all the crap that comes along with the child care aspect of it, you're better off just going back to one income. The lunches that you got to buy while you're out, the lunches you're not preparing and eating out because you're not preparing a lunch, mom or dad can do that. But a single income is still certainly within reason of survival, and I wouldn't call it thriving. But again, even if you both go to work and you got a kid, like, you're going to be paying for child care, and you're going to end up spending most of the money that you're making from that second income, unless you have some amazing job. But I'm just talking about the average rule, not the exception. The average rule is you're going to spend most of that second income on the child care. What'd you say, Tim? I was in grade school. Pretty young me and my sister fired the babysitter because she was mean. Never needed a babysitter after that. It was probably 1966, 67. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we didn't need babysitter. Which I don't know about you guys. I don't know everyone's age, but I know for me personally, I I was always more mature than my age. A lot of people always thought that I was older than what I was, and I was always able to sit down and carry on like meaningful, intelligent conversations with adults. And kids my age usually didn't do stuff like that. But yeah, I never had an actual babysitter outside of like whenever I was 5 or 6 years old. My cousin, yeah, my cousin, yeah, babysat me a little bit, and my uncle Red babysat me until I was he probably babysat me until I was probably 6 or 7. Yeah, probably 7. Yeah, which Uncle Red babysit me. Yeah, I wish I could introduce you guys to my Uncle Red. He's long gone now, but he was he would have made an absolutely golden internet character. He really would have. Really loud, outspoken. People thought he was funny. Maybe he was a little bit. I don't know. His humor wasn't my kind of humor, but um, he made nicknames for everybody, and mine was Frog. My little sister's was Paddlefoot. I can't remember what my kids' nicknames were. Huh. That's going to bother me. Oh, yeah, in schools, like, schools, number one, are too nosy about people's personal lives. And then the other stuff that they're doing that without getting political or controversial, there's some weird stuff going on in schools. And don't get me wrong, I think anywhere that there's enough adults and kids mixing and intertwining, there will be creeps. There will be bad people. Okay, the goal is to weed them out before they ever make that first step in the bad direction. But in today's world, those creeps and weirdos are being, in some cases, celebrated and boosted into having better positions or more time with the children. It's a really weird world that we're living in right now. I think there's a large course correction happening right now, which is good. But we got a long ways to go before we can correct as much wrong has already started and became normalized. CPS came to your home and you were confused. Oh, pop back up. Because there was no sign of kids living there. Just my cat, Mila. Well, I guess, you know, I also have a huge problem with CPS in general. I have seen time and time and time again, as over my past 25 years of myself having children and having neighbors, because I was on the lower income side of things for a while, I would see neighbors that, from an outsider's point looking in, and definitely probably could have used some sort of intervention of some type from an organization that would be set up to do what CPS is supposed to do, not what they actually do. Because let me tell you what CPS is. You guys can look this up, but look what's been going on down in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, setting up FEMA trailers. Like, they had some, like, not actual trailers set up, not actual FEMA trailer, but they were like those little, I don't know if they're called pods or what, but like one semi truck trailer, there'd be like 4 rooms with a bathroom and I guess maybe like a bed and a little TV in it, and they were cramming these small families in them. Well, they pulled them trailers out of there. Screw y'all. Deal with it. Winter's coming. Good luck to you. Directly after that, sent CPS in to take the kids away from the parents who just lost a place to stay because they can't get in on their land and rebuild, couldn't get it rebuilt in time, whatever the case may be. Insurance company ain't paid out yet, whatever it is. Can't find a contractor to build yet, whatever it is. But there are multiple cases of this that are well documented that I've seen the proof for. And this is stuff that's going on right now. And what I was going to, my point about CPS earlier, see parents that certainly could use some sort of intervention. The CPS will never show up. Been called multiple times by multiple people. They already know the type of person that they're going to deal with, so they won't even show up. They won't even show their face there. But the parent who's trying to do their best, oh, they'll show up there because they know you'll pay the fines and they know you'll fight to get your kid back out of. But they do sometimes irreversible damage to children, putting them in some of the absolute worst foster homes. A lot of foster homes are a bad deal too, man. A lot of them. Like, you hear horror stories all the time. Are there good ones out there? I'm sure there are. But there are certainly way too many bad ones. So, I don't know how you balance that out. You don't. The system is so broken and the people in it are so corrupt and malicious in their intent that we really need to fundamentally start over. We need to fire everybody. And even starting over, like, there needs to be different restrictions and all kinds of things that need to happen before we start over. It needs to be restructured. Which my kids are adults now. Which we always, pretty much always, did the one income household, which I think was for the best. I think it turned out for the best. My kids had their mom all the time, and she got to see and do anything that extracurricular that they had. And then as I got to work closer and closer to home, when they got older, I started coaching all their sports and stuff, and really being involved in just about everything that I could be, and still working a 12-hour a day job. Um, I miss being able to do stuff like that, going to the kids' sporting events and all everything that came along with that. Sometimes in the moment it sucked because of usually outside circumstances, or something would come up and something would happen and make it not as fun as it could have been, I guess. But I missed out on the last, like, some of the what would have been the more fun and probably important years of my children after I had the accident at work in 2016. Ethan would have been, let's see, Ethan would have been 12 at the time, I think. I think he just turned 12. And Alex would have been 14, getting ready to turn 15. And he had a few years left of high school that I had to miss out on. And he stopped wrestling and stuff. It sucks. Can't adopt because you're not employed and not married. Married is a requirement for adoption. Turn the ATF and say, yeah, yes. I don't know if you guys saw what Kash Patel, he said, I don't know when he said this, but he said he'd shut down the Hoover building day one and turn it into a museum. I hope he does. I hope he does. That would be a good move, period. All these letter agencies need to be either eliminated or harshly put into their place. I think what he said was he would take, what was it, 40,000 of them and send them out into the field and make them be cops like they're supposed to be, instead of just hustling and shuffling and just doing whatever they can for a higher position, a higher government job, or using that position as clout, basically, to try to get a job somewhere else. That's all our political system has turned into, is a money grab. It's all about spending the most amount of money, and if you're going to have money left over in your budget at the end of the year, they force them to spend it so they can up their budget next year, instead of being efficient. See, that's where the efficiency is. We've left that behind. Maybe it was never efficient. I don't think it was ever meant to be efficient, and I don't think it ever was. I think it's been the opposite. It's been a spend as much as possible. Decides if you're suitable to be a parent after spending a few days interviewing potential. Yeah, I think that's kind of crazy too, because I didn't go through any interview process before I had kids. Maybe I should have, but I did not. And I was certainly ill prepared to be any type of guardianship of a tiny, defenseless, helpless little baby. But we made it work. You know, we, like, of course we care, but there are people, lots of people out there that don't want the kids that they have, or didn't want the children that they ended up with. Well, I guess that's where adoption comes in. But a lot of times that doesn't happen, and they end up staying. And now, with the world being the way it is, and you see these people, they'll post anything. Even if they're just horrible, horrible people, they'll still post the craziest crap online. And you'll see videos out there of people that should not have children. And that's not saying much about them. It's the kids, man. Like, it's the kids you got to think about that are in that situation. We're going to grow up living with a mom or a dad that doesn't like them and doesn't want them. It's weird. TSA, thousands standing around, that's precisely what they are. They may as well just get one of those little rubbers for their thumb and put that thing to use too, because they may as well just sit on it with their thumbs up their butts all day. That's one of the they have made flying way too difficult. And I saw a congressional hearing going on, and they were questioning a Spirit airline CEO, I assume he was, or general manager or something. It might have been the GM, CEO, one or the other. And he asked him how much money they spent on employees going around to people who had already paid for their bags, paid for everything, their tickets, everything, getting ready to get on the plane, going around checking people's bag to make sure that it wasn't a few centimeters too large or something like that. And they had paid employees, I want to say it was like $23.8 million in 2 years to go around doing that. And there's incentives for the employees that go around and do that. They get bonuses or little kickbacks for every person that they pick out, because every bag that is too large, that person has to pay an extra $10 to do so, to get the bag either checked or something. Because it was too large, they charge them a fee or fine, whatever. They've made it, and that's not even getting into the TSA. That's just the airline issue, one of the airline issues. But TSA, that was, we've got to keep in our minds as Americans, anytime a government move is made that is supposed to be temporary, is forever. It's been proven to be forever. We've got to start stopping some of the things that were put in place to be a temporary assurance or measure for a certain period of time, and it just never stops. TSA is a good example of that. I watch movies that were back pre-2003, 2002, whenever, I think it was 2003, pre-TSA, because of 9/11. I did not have the privilege of flying pre-TSA, but boy does it look good in the movies and on the old TV shows. Like, man, you just walk right through, get to your plane. I think you walk through a metal detector or something, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. Those would be the days. Now, there should be some level of security. I mean, I think we can all agree on some level of security, but I think we can also all agree that they've taken it way too far with what they do. What about toddlers? I think adoption should be either subsidized or be free for those who wish to parent but don't necessarily want to go through the pregnancy. The interview process needs to be far more practical than it is. Maybe place a potential child and check in and see how the family is doing. There are adoptive parents who end up being abusive to their children, so the interview process is definitely not foolproof. Yes, obviously, there's always going to be nefarious people. There's always going to be villains. In every aspect of our lives, there's always going to be people that are bad. But in general, I do think that most humans are good. I really do. I think that there's been a narrative painted or a picture painted through years of mainstream media and propaganda that there's just a lot of bad people out there and bad things happening all the time. I don't think that's the case. I think the case is most of the time the things that are going on are good. And I think most people are good. And if they have a choice between doing something good or doing something bad, they'll typically choose to do whatever is right or good. But that is certainly not what they want you to believe. Now, we are in an age of idiocracy. There are people that don't know that there's 50 states. They don't know, like, they don't know the most common knowledge, history points, or fundamentals about America. They don't have any clue what their rights are. They don't have any clue what the Constitution says. They don't have any clue what the Bill of Rights contains. These are all things that we should be more educated about. I think every American should be highly educated in all those aspects. If you live somewhere else like Canada, I don't know enough about Canada to tell you like what you should or shouldn't do. I mean, from the outside looking in, it looks like we all have issues. Canada's maybe even a little deeper than America's, but we're not that far apart. Like, we've all done some pretty dumb things. And we've let some pretty bad people lead us down these paths. I think Trudeau is a horrible person. I think he's just a horrible person. I think most politicians are. I don't think they all are, but I think the majority are. I think a lot of government workers are, I don't know, indoctrinated to be bad. Yes. They let these people vote and even run for office and get into office. Yeah, I seen today, just a little bit ago, they were talking about AOC running in 2028. No, absolutely not. No, she's not as bad as Kamala Buffoon. That woman is a. I shouldn't be talking like this. I don't care. I'm saying the way I think. I'm saying out loud what I'm thinking. That lady is off her rocker. I mean, let's talk about the fact that it came out now that they had almost $2 billion when she started out, which was, what, less than 4 months of a quote-unquote campaign. She spent almost $2 billion. Think about that. Let that sink in. Not only did she spend almost $2 billion, she overspent that $2 billion by, what is it, 1%? No, not even 1%. Doesn't matter. She has debts. What would she have done to our country had she gotten the reins and placed into the POTUS spot? It's, it's so blatantly obvious and common sense. There should be no argument there. There should have never been, it should have never even been up for debate. It should have never even been up for debate. It wasn't up for debate. It was very clear to anyone who was actually paying attention, willing to do the slightest bit of research past the mainstream media and into some actual facts, that 90% of what the mainstream media is plugging is false. False. Just made up crap. They make crap up all the time. Or they bend or soundbite. Like, they'll take parts. They do this for TV shows and stuff. They'll take parts of what you say and put it together and make it sound like you said something else. Or they'll just take part of what you said and and apply it to a different narrative and say that you were saying something about something you were not even talking about. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, the world we're living in now with AI and the deep fakes and stuff. It's bananas. Okay, wait. So that was Elon Omar, I think is her name. Elon. It's like with an I. Elon, not Elon like Elon Musk. Elon Omar did marry her brother. And I don't think it was just to get him in the country. I think there's more to that story. What she's doing is illegal. It's illegal. You can't marry your brother or your sister. You can't. I was also fooled with the Iraq War. It wasn't until I was learned the truth about who actually runs things that I could change my mind. So I would say around 2006, 2007 is whenever I started waking up. We'll use the term wake up. You know, the term conspiracy theorist and tinfoil hat wearing, it's annoying. It's annoying. It didn't used to bother me. It does now. I've been right about pretty much everything because I put research in. I put time in. Before I usually talk on anything, I'm pretty well educated on it. And if I'm not, I'll flat out tell you, I really don't know much about that. I'm not up to date on my facts. I'm not up to date on what's going on. I don't choose to speak on something unless I have something to speak on. And something that has always bothered me, I didn't live through the Kennedy thing, so I think a lot of people saw a different type of very deep state activity and knew even back then that like the government was involved. But with technology, with the FOIA Act, with the access that we have to videos of events or eyewitness accounts, which can't always be trusted, I get that. I see things happen and then I'll realize that, you know, maybe I described it slightly differently than what it actually was. Not on purpose. It just happens. Eyewitness accounts are not 100%, even if it just happened. Humans are very flawed. And our memories, and especially if anything's action-packed in the moment and you're there and a part of it or witnessing it firsthand, can be askew. But the majority of the story will be correct. You'll get the important parts, usually you'll get the important parts right. So when I go back and I look at the architects and engineers who have came together over 9/11, the analyzation that's been done on so many different aspects of that day, and then you look at the big picture of everything that was even told to us that day, and everything that you can somewhat still access right now, a lot of it has been erased off the internet. Alex Jones had done some amazing work on this stuff back in the day. Maybe his catalog of stuff about it is somewhere that you can access. But there were people all over the internet who had really gotten into deep diving and making content about it and done really good jobs on putting information together. And back then, pre-2016, you could access all this information and make up your mind for yourself. But when the government, I think the government and Google and all these things, when they started really working hard together to control information and narratives, a lot of that stuff started disappearing. And in 2017, after the Las Vegas shooting, I don't know if you guys realized or not, but if you were around back then, I talked about that probably quite a bit, because it had a huge part of my interest because we were blatantly being lied to, and there weren't very many people questioning it. I was, and a handful of people on YouTube, and then another pretty decent handful of people that were watching that content were on board with the anti-narrative. But that was a belt-fed machine gun all day long. I've taken the raw video, not showed veterans. I'd pull it up and I'd let the sound play off the taxi cab video. I don't know if you guys are familiar. If you're not, it's a very close-up video to the hotel, the Mandalay Bay that day, and the sound is it's right there. It's like right underneath it. Okay, and I ask some guys that I know that ran heavy machine guns, and I'll ask them, "What do you hear?" I won't tell them anything. I won't tell them why I'm asking. I just say, "What do you hear?" And every single time they've told me that they heard a belt-fed machine gun. And then there was a sound analysis done by, I can't remember what that fellow's name was, blonde-haired guy. He's still around. He made his name in 2017 over the Las Vegas shooting. Or it might have been, yeah, it was 2017. Mike something. He was a sound analysis guy. Anyway, he broke down the sound, used the video to get all of the reports in a visual breakdown, and one or two times throughout all those different bursts, there were 101, 102, or 103 shots fired out of a magazine, a 100 round magazine. So if you had one in the chamber and you had the magazine all the way full, I still don't know that you could shoot over 100. I think 100 is all you could shoot. I don't even think you'd still have to waste one. So I think 100 is maximum. Anyway, that's impossible. And then, which I could go down the rabbit hole on this, but that's one that has really been irking me ever since it happened. And there were probably 20 or 30 creators that were working hard on that, like had made multiple videos about it, and YouTube just kicked them all. They were doing well too. Like that, a lot of them were doing really well because it was content people wanted to see. People wanted to figure this out. There was those videos. That one that got turned into Fox, and Tucker broke the video of them carrying that woman over behind that. It was, I think it was the back of a supermarket or a strip mall or something, and there was 2 or 3 people carrying her, and they just laid her down right there in the middle of the parking lot and took off. And then later you see a helicopter come over because you see everything get blown up, like all kinds of dirt and all kinds of stuff, and the tree limbs going crazy. And then about 5 minutes later, you see I think it's what looked like a utility truck for the state or the city of Las Vegas comes. And if I'm not mistaken, they load her up in the back of that truck, and she had been gone. She had passed a long time. Like, they just were carrying her body over there at that, the people that were carrying her. She was long gone before they ever even laid her down. I don't know, man. That day was crazy. How many of you guys get on TikTok very regular? I get on TikTok maybe every other day, every 3 days, something like that. What is this guy doing? Truck I've never seen before. They're just sitting in front of my house. Anyway, I don't know how many of you guys get on TikTok very often, but my For You page has been like bombarded with UFO videos. And I'm trying to not let I don't want the algorithm to think this is all I want to see is UFO videos, so I won't like them or anything like that. I'll just try to scroll through them. But I don't know if you guys seen that prediction thing that they were trying to say that there was going to be this UFO battle on December 3rd, I think is what they said it was going to be. But there have been some really crazy sightings and videos coming out over top of some nuclear power plants. Arizona, there was a pretty crazy one the other day. At the airport, did you guys see the pictures that the pilot took of the UAP? It's a UFO, but they're calling them UAPs. He took a picture of it flying, or he took a video of it flying. It's a ball, and the dang thing dropped right down to the runway. And if I was to, like, judging by the picture, it was about that far off the ground. You could see light under it, but just barely. And it was like this blue and maybe a little bit of silver, if I'm not mistaken, ball. And I think he said it was about the size of a car, about the size of a vehicle. So, you know, not tiny. I mean, if you would take a car and flip it around to where it'd make a circle, make a ball shape. So pretty good size. You know, when you stand a car up on top, it's tall, you know, and wide. So was it in Jersey? That one, the ball one, the blue ball. So yeah, right now there is no conscription going on. If you enlist by choice in Canada and America. If that's what you're talking about, LC. There is no draft. Daughter was a turret mechanic. Okay, well then she would probably know real well what the sound of a belt-fed machine gun sounds like. Pull up the cab driver video of the October, I think it's October 1 is what they called it. October 1, Las Vegas, and have her listen to it. Don't tell her what it is. Just ask her to listen to it and see if she knows what it is. I've gotten 2 different answers from guys, but both of them were belt feds. You know, I should pull up that picture of that. Ow, dang. Ow. Oh. And show you guys what I'm talking about, because for a pilot to have put this out, now this guy put this out on Reddit or something like that, and then he deleted his account within 2 or 3 hours because it went so viral so quick that they were going to be able to triangulate back to who the pilot was who took the picture based on where he was sitting and what time of day and all that. Like, he deleted it out of fear. Now, I don't know. I don't even know if I can find it, to be honest. Yep. Okay, right here it is. There it is. See it on that video right there? To the left is the non-zoomed version. Right here. And then to the right is the zoomed version. Wait, is there another silver ball? What is that? That's not in that over there. Huh. But the video is pretty crazy too. Like, it really is. I mean, what is that thing? And this thing was flying intelligently, apparently. Again, that pilot has video of this. The things that are coming out right now, either Project Bluebeam is real, and the government is going to dupe us, which is exactly what Werner von Braun said. Werner von Braun said would happen. His secretary that was with him basically 24/7 up until he died confessed to some things that he told her. I don't know how recently this was. I think it's a good while ago that she said these things, like a long time ago. But she said that he said if there was ever a mass UFO like invasion or something of that nature, that it's our government doing it. That's what he told her. And he told her if that ever happened, to run. To just run away. Get into the hills. Get into the mountain. Somewhere that she could get away. And then another interesting fact about that man, that scientist that we took after World War II. You know, there was a lot of that. And they had done horrible, horrible things. Lots of it in duress, I'm sure, from the Fuhrer. But a lot of it, some of those guys were just sick in the head. Sickos. Anyway, on his headstone, there is a Bible verse that apparently refers to the firmament. And according to everything that I've put together and seen from, again, like his secretary that was with him for decades, daily, 24 hours a day, is from what I understand. Well, other than sleeping and not sleeping in the same rooms and stuff like that, I mean, I guess that wouldn't be 24 hours a day. It'd be, call it 18, whatever. He believed in the firmament as well. So where does that take us? On a whole nother rabbit hole. Lots of rabbit holes. If you look back at NASA's first spacewalk videos, highly encourage you to do that. It's not the easiest video to find sometimes, and sometimes you'll get it as soon as you go looking for it. In today's world, if you told a toddler to try to make a film that looks like they're in space, they would come up with something similar to what NASA fooled the American people with as the first spacewalk video. It's beyond stupid. And there's so many other indicators that NASA is not telling the truth. Let's just put it that way. There's a lot of stuff they're not telling the truth about, and I don't know where that line starts and where it ends, or where I don't know where the beginning, middle, and end is. But they're lying about a lot of stuff. I don't know what all that entails. Outside of the people directly involved in it, as you know, the government has technology that's 30 to 50 years ahead of what we see. Now think about that now. That means back in the 90s, they had the type of technology that we have right now. They had highly functional AI. They had ways to edit film, green screen, all that stuff that is easily available to us today that's become normalized. But back then we couldn't even hardly dream up the stuff that they had access to. And then it's been said on the whistleblower thing that they've got bodies from other worlds. I don't know if I believe that or not. I don't know what I believe when it comes to that. But it's an interesting topic. It's interesting to think about. I don't think they would ever tell us the truth. And I don't think a whistleblower would either. I don't think that they would allow that to happen. I think if they want you to leak something, they're going to allow you to leak it. I think if they don't want you to breathe air anymore, you're not going to breathe air anymore. It's that simple. These are not the type of people that are just going to let things that are going to hurt them come out unless they want them to come out. And it's controlled, and it's probably not even, it's what's coming out might be true to the person who's telling it, but it's not actual truth. Does that make sense? It's something that they created, and they think it's the truth. And to them, it is their truth, but it's not the actual truth. Whatever that even is anymore. I went down a rabbit hole with you guys. I'm not speaking in circles. I think I make sense here. But I think the deep state, who said that? Deep state? Tim. There are deep state and deep state actors who think that they control things. They don't. They're told what to do. Like the people that are actually controlling things, we don't know. We don't know who they are. We'll never know who they are. Unless something very radical were to change or happen. And then we might figure it out. No, but it wouldn't be without a lot of pain and misery to get to that point. Do you know what I'm saying? They played a game, and they played it well. And I would say that up to this point, they've been winning. There is a vast change happening. I don't know how long it will continue. I don't know how deep it will go. But we're headed in the right direction. If we can continue in that direction for a couple decades, maybe longer, we might actually start to turn things around. But it sure as heck ain't going to happen fast. Because we didn't get to where we're at overnight. It's taken 130 years of certainly nefarious activities, 140 years, to get to where we're at. And I think the plan was put forth long before then. It's just that they're willing to play the long game. And when I say the long game, I mean the long game. We think in terms of years and decades. They think in terms of centuries. They don't care if it takes an extra 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years. They don't care. Because eventually they'll get their way. I think that Agenda 2030 hasn't been talked about enough. I don't think it's kept in the limelight enough. And the people that want to do it should be put at the front of the line of people who need to be talked to and dealt with in a diplomatic way. Exactly. That's the long game. Like, as long as they're inching towards their goal, even they'll use things that we think are good or for the good or in our favor as the common everyday humans, the plebes, the people that have no control. they'll let us think that we're doing what we want or what we think, but it's all going in the direction that they want. The world banks are certainly a part of it. Um, the bloodlines are at the center of it. And then you can get into the secret societies and all those little rabbit holes that they use for distraction. There's a lot of distracting techniques used to keep your eyes on things that don't really matter. I mean, they do, but they don't. In the grand scheme of things, they don't matter. But in everyday life, they might matter a little bit. So you got to try to deal with both and not take your eye off the ball. It's hard. The plan for 3 world wars is in the book. Is in an open book to the public in the British Museum. But you're a conspiracy theorist if you believe what they say. Right. Yeah. We're the tinfoil hat wearing people that are not supposed to believe our own eyes. And we're not supposed to believe what they tell us. Okay, I've rambled on enough, and I got a bunch of stuff I got to clean up now. So, Cat made a mess in there. I made a mess in there with that. When I boiled that main, it boiled all over the stove. So I got to go clean that up. I'm not looking forward to that, but I've got to do it. But all right, folks, I appreciate you guys hanging out for the live stream. It was fun opening up all the boxes. Getting screwed on the on this, which I don't like having issues with eBay and then having to go back and forth with it. It's just such a pain. That guy can have that thing back, for real. It's like, cause I got plenty of broken down MCIs. I don't need any more unless they got smokes in them. If they got smokes in them, I can use them. If they don't, I mean, B units are good too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I guess a good B unit, but not. I don't get down with the false advertisement bull crap, you know? Which is what I'm dealing with here. All right, folks. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks to my patrons. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up or down. Either way, let Google get their feedback. And, yeah, won't be long. And I'll be taking you guys to check out the new restaurant and what will be the new studio and stuff. We'll be doing live streams from up there pretty soon. Oh, yeah, I bought a vehicle last week. I forgot to talk about that. Doesn't matter. I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Later.